Aziz, 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 Aziz. Yo, I continue to be thoroughly impressed by Aziz Ojulari and how he has bounced back, how he has taken advantage of this opportunity to play since Kayvon Thibodeau has been out. He is legitimately a third starting edge rusher for this team. He has played that good. Aziz, 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 Aziz. Yo, shout out to JT Savoy. What's up, man? 9-9 at halftime. 9-9 at halftime. And I thought this team had a chance. I thought this team had a chance to compete. Like it's always that way, right? I don't know if you guys ever notice it, but it's always when Daniel Jones has his absolute worst outing that he normally comes back with a good outing. It's almost like as soon as you're ready to just be like, "No, man, I don't want to see you out here anymore. Like I'm done watching you play football," because last week people were done with Daniel Jones. Like people had seen enough. They had experienced enough. They didn't need to see anything else from Daniel Jones. And here Daniel Jones is playing well. Is he lighting it up? No. I'm not going to sit here and be like, "Oh my gosh, he is lighting it up." He is doing what he's supposed to do. Right? He's doing what he's supposed to do. Like, but I just want to start with this because I've got notes, but I want to start with this. You people, I better not hear another word about Evan Neal. I have no idea what they are thinking. No idea. They have played so horribly on the edges at offensive tackle on both sides every single time, right? Every single time that they have done something like I don't know what's going on, but there's apparently a Grossi raid. Whatever that means. But shout out to them, you know. Grossi raid all you want, really. But I appreciate it. Love to all of the people out here just hitting heavy with the Grossi raid. I'll take the views. But yeah, every single time we're looking out here and these tackles are just getting ran by. Hubbard beat twice on the opening drive, right? Hubbard got beat twice on the opening drive, twice in a row. Opening drive beat. I have no clue what's going on, but shout out to the Grossi posse. I have no clue what's going on right now, but I love it. So Hubbard beat twice on the first drive. I'm gonna go drive by drive, right? First drive, the defense can't stop the run. They're getting killed on play action. Then they get lucky with the penalty. And somebody's telling me Nicholas Rodriguez says, look up Tom Grossi. So I'm gonna look up Tom Grossi while I'm talking to you guys. Cause I'm down for all of the tomfoolery, right? Tomfoolery. That's funny. Tom Grossi, it says, traveled to all 30 NFL stadiums in 30 days, raised $1 million for charity. 2023 NFL Fan of the Year, Grossi. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, yo, shout out to Tom Grossi. Like, I didn't know that at all, but that's awesome. Oh, he just earned a follow from me. Shout out to Tom Grassi. That's fly. That's really fly. Apparently, it's all over, and now I'm down to the people who came to watch. But um, first half or first drive, the D can't stop the run. They're getting killed on play action. Then they get lucky with the penalty because that's what it was. They got lucky with the penalty, and because no, I appreciate everything, Deb. I appreciate it all. Trust me. I am all for the I'm all for the help. But yo, shout out to Tom Grassi. It seems like an awesome dude. Hit that follow button. They got lucky with the penalty. They settled for a field goal, right? They settled for a field goal. On offense, the first drive, you could not be serious at left tackle. Hubbard gets beat every single time on the play, right? Like he got beat every single time. And I couldn't understand for the life of me, like, who said, hey, we'll put this dude out here who's been here for a couple days and not even give an Evan Neal a chance. Like, to me, that's just crazy, man. I'm sorry. That's just nuts, right? But I digress. And shout out Ronnie Rivers. Been a big supporter. Love the fact that you've been supporting Ronnie Rivers. Keep chefing it up. The defense has played well, and I want to get into that. The deep pass to Slayton, right? It was a great deep pass, but it could have had a little bit more on it. Now I'm nitpicking, right? Because we want him to throw deep, but like a little bit more on it where he doesn't have to slow down and he's able to catch it and run. I like the fact in the first half that there has been an emphasis on like Darius Slayton being essentially wide receiver number 2, which, by the way, he should have always been wide receiver number 2. Wan'Dale Robinson would work so much better in this offense as wide receiver number 3. And we're seeing it because Slayton is having a great first half. Neighbors has been solid. There's been opportunities, right? And that's always good for the entire offense. The second drive, defense still can't stop the run. The Steelers actually did the Giants defense a favor by passing. And this, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been paying attention to the Steelers, this is why Justin Fields made more sense to keep out there than bringing out Russell Wilson, because it feels like they're trying to force a good game onto Russell Wilson to justify Russell Wilson being the starter. So they're passing in places where they really should be running because they've been having all of this success running. Again, the Giants take advantage. They're able to hold them to a field goal in the red zone. The offense, it was a terrible holding call. It was a holding call on Runyon on the run play by Tyrone Tracy. It was an absolutely horrible call. It wasn't a holding. He literally just ran and swallowed the guy. Sounds weird, I know, but you know what I mean. He just engulfed the guy. They called a holding on it. They bring it back. Tracy running well in that second drive. Hubbard still missing blocks. And gets an ineligible man downfield on a passing call. Hey, shout out to Brian D. Appreciate you and appreciate all of them Grassi Posse people that came through here and raided. That was fun. The offensive linemen, both Illuminor and Hubbard, getting beat repeatedly on these outside rushes, right? But to Brian Dable's credit, Brian Dable's trying to slow the rush down, right? Brian Dable trying to slow the rush down by throwing screen passes and quick passes. He's been helping. And as a result, even though Daniel Jones has been taking a beating in this first half, right? Even though they have been taking a beating in this first, he's been taking a beating in this first half. He does not have a recorded sack. That's going to make some people who did not watch the game believe that the offensive line is playing better than what it is. But they're not playing well in the pass protection. Trust me. They are getting Daniel Jones murdered back there, especially on the right side, and Hubbard. Up the middle, left guard, center, they're doing a good job. Right guard, right tackle, left tackle, not doing a good job. I don't care that he's only been here for 3 days. In my opinion, he shouldn't be starting. He shouldn't be out there. And then when I saw that they started him, not only they started him, but Azudu was healthy. He was just on the field goal team. So they just benched Azudu to put in this dude they just got off the street. And I'm like, well, if Azudu's that bad that you can put the dude off the street in, and the dude off the street's that bad, Evan Neal cannot be that bad. You're not even giving him a chance. And if you listen to the pod today, what I said was, I think it is hubris. I think it's hubris, but I don't know. I don't think they want to have him out there, because if he proves, hey, I'm good, then what? Now, maybe there's something going on that I don't know about. I have no clue. I digress. Love the decision to go forward on 4th down. I thought it was a great decision to go forward on 4th down. I thought the first drive they should have went forward on 4th down, but they didn't. The decision to go to 4th down, illegal shift was stupid. That should not be a penalty, because that didn't help the play at all. Like, that's my thing. In the NFL, you're calling these penalties that don't actually help or hurt, right? It doesn't even actually help or hurt the play. So, like, why are you calling this penalty? Because he didn't stop when he broke the huddle and then move? That's why they called the penalty. It is ridiculous. They owe the Giants one for that, because that was stupid. Neighbors doesn't get his foot down in bounds, but Brian Dable has been in his bag this entire first half. He's been dealing. Third drive. The hit by Banks keeps the TD off the board. It was great to see Banks compete physically and was able to get a hit that kept that guy out of the end zone, especially since everybody all of a sudden said he needed to be benched because he didn't go hard on a tackle in a game that they were getting beaten in, and that he got a little dejected in. He's young. He's going to do young things. You should just, like, live with the good and the bad of a young player, right? But great on him to come out here and do his thing. They go 0-3, right? They go 0-3. They go 0-3 on offense. Jones almost gets Darius Slayton killed with that pass to the left side that he should have threw immediately, that he waited, and it caught, and he gets murdered by the DB. Like, I don't know how that's not a penalty for a defenseless hit, but apparently everybody else can get those, not the Giants. Fourth drive, Ojulari sack. Brian Burns sat with the Lawrence pressure. I love to see the defensive line getting pressure on Russell Wilson, because they should have been running the ball, and every time, or the more that they put it in Russell Wilson's hands, the more comfortable this defensive line gets with rushing, and they're having success. Ladies and gentlemen, the second half is starting. They got to put some touchdowns on the board. You can't keep playing this field goal game. You got to put touchdowns on the board. This is how they lost the game in Washington, or to Washington. This is how they lost the game to Dallas, because they were playing the field goal game, right? They were playing the field goal game instead of getting these touchdowns. It's a great thing. I don't know how Slayton and DJ are still friends the amount of times Jones has hung him out to dry. That is funny. He does get hit a lot off of that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a big carry by Tracy going right now. Go out, enjoy the second half. I'm Coach Gene Clemons. Thank you. Appreciate it. Until next time, I've got a giant issue.